Good afternoon. My name is Rick Musleh. I'm the Deputy Director of Investment with the Ministry of Trade and Export Development in Saskatchewan, Canada. It is a pleasure to be with you here today to talk to you about some of the initiatives currently underway in Saskatchewan to help us transition to a low-carbon economy. In today's presentation, I will start by providing an overview about Saskatchewan and our international office network in the MENA region. I will also talk about government's role in Saskatchewan's transition to a low-carbon economy. And also, we'll talk about some of the current initiatives underway in the province to help us in this transition, such as carbon capture, utilization and storage, hydrogen production, small modular reactors, renewable fuels, renewable energy, critical minerals, and also talk about some government incentives that would help in these initiatives. Saskatchewan is a province in Western Canada with a population of about 1.1 million people. What you have on your screen here is Saskatchewan's resource map. And as you can see from the map, Saskatchewan is a province that is very diversified in terms of natural resources, starting with oil production, being the second largest oil producer in Canada and third natural gas producer in Canada. We also are the largest potash producer in the world and one of the world's largest uranium producers. We also have helium production in the southwest corner of the province, as well as coal production in Saskatchewan. We also have other minerals, such as gold and base metals, as well as diamonds. Saskatchewan's network is expanding to the MENA region with a planned opening of a trade and investment office in Dubai in the fall of 2021. This will give Saskatchewan an opportunity to have a stronger presence in the MENA region, establish a secure base for trade investment in the region, as well as build partnerships and establish long-term relationships in various sectors such as energy and agriculture in the entire MENA region. As a proven leader in innovation, government continues to support development of innovative technologies such as carbon capture, utilization and storage, hydrogen production, small modular reactors, clean fuels, renewable energy, and critical minerals. These technologies, as well as others, will help further reduce Saskatchewan's greenhouse gas emissions and help us transition to a low-carbon economy. But at the same time, it'll allow us to be a global leader in supporting technologies that are needed for the future growth of the global energy sector. Government's committed to developing regulations that emphasize stability and predictability, while at the same time focusing on responsible resource development. Government's also committed to creating a competitive business environment and reducing competitive incentives and policies that encourage the private sector to develop new clean energy projects in Saskatchewan. The government's also committed to having a client-focused government that offers company-specific guidance in areas such as incentive programs, stakeholder engagement, environmental assessment processes, and regulatory approvals. We also help in establishing and facilitating discussions and partnership between companies in Saskatchewan, as well as companies from all over the globe, so they can collaborate in developing and demonstrating new innovative technologies in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan is uniquely positioned to accommodate large CCS projects to help reduce GHG emissions and help us in a transition to a low-carbon economy. The province is recognized as a world leader in implementing CCUS technologies, as demonstrated by having the world's first largest integrated post-combustion CO2 capture and storage product, which is operated by SaskPower, who is Saskatchewan's electric ground utility. And the Boundary Dam 3 is a coal-fired plant that was completed in 2014 and has captured more than 4 million tons of CO2 to date. CO2 EOR projects in Saskatchewan have sequestered more than 40 million tons of CO2, resulted in more than 200 million barrels of incremental oil production. The Aquasor project, which is very close to Boundary Dam 3 and managed by the Petroleum Technology Research Center in Regina, has injected over 300,000 tons of CO2 for permanent underground storage to date. Saskatchewan also has CCS capability in all aspects of CCS and CCS research through the PTRC, the Saskatchewan Research Council, the International CCS Knowledge Center, and the universities. We also offer incentives through programs such as the Oil and Gas Processing Investment Incentive, the Manufacturing and Processing Investment Tax Credit, and the Saskatchewan Commercial Innovation Incentive. The province also has favorable geology that can store ER and also enhance oil production. Hydrogen is expected to play a significant role in the world's future energy mix as countries strive to transition to a low-carbon economy. So hydrogen production in Saskatchewan could lead to significant economic impacts to the province and assist in this transition. At the present time, gray hydrogen is produced in the province and used as feedstock in Saskatchewan industrial plants and for chemical production. We're quite interested in identifying and advancing technologies that can produce low-intensity hydrogen in the province, which is a prime location to demonstrate such technologies to a very friendly business environment. As an example, Proton Technologies is currently piloting in Saskatchewan the world's first clean hydrogen production technology from abandoned oil wells. This type of technology has potential to be used all across the MENA region. CCS could also encourage industry to produce low carbon intense blue hydrogen. Saskatchewan is one of the world's largest uranium producer, typically accounting for about 13% of global primary uranium production. The government of Saskatchewan will explore development and deployment of SMRs to support economic and population growth, and also to help reduce our greenhouse gas emission in the province. In late 2019, the government released Saskatchewan Growth Plan, the next decade for growth between 2020 and 2030. One of the goals in that plan was to reduce carbon emissions in electricity production and advancing the development of zero-emission SMR using Saskatchewan uranium. In December 2019, Saskatchewan signed an MOU with the Canadian provinces of Ontario and New Brunswick, and Alberta joined us in April 2021. The purpose is to work cooperatively to advance the development and deployment of new innovative technologies and in nuclear power generation and provide emission-free, affordable, reliable energy, while at the same time also helping unlock economic potential across Canada, including rural and remote regions. In the summer of 2020, the Nuclear Secretariat was established in Saskatchewan's Ministry of Environment to help execute a strategic plan for the deployment of SMRs in Saskatchewan. In addition to having a large mineral and energy sector, Saskatchewan also has a large agriculture sector and contains nearly half of Canada's farmland, and also produces nearly 40 million tons of crops each year. This creates a large opportunity for the production of renewable fuels using different types of feedstock. Saskatchewan has waste products such as municipal solid waste, agricultural residue such as wheat straw and barley straw, food waste, wood waste, and animal waste, which can all be used as feedstock to produce renewable fuels. We have at the presence a renewable diesel plant currently being developed by a company by the name of Covenant Energy, and they use canola oil as feedstock. Industry is also looking at opportunities to produce renewable natural gas from animal manure and agricultural residues. SaskPower, as I mentioned earlier, is Saskatchewan electrical utility, has current electrical generating capacity of about 4,800 megawatts. This includes about 2,100 megawatts from gas, 1,400 megawatts from coal, almost 1,000 megawatts from hydro, and 240 megawatts from wind, and about 142 megawatts from other sources. SaskPower is adding more renewable energy sources to its supply mix to help reach its goal of reducing its greenhouse gas emissions from 2005 level by at least 50%. As an example, by 2023, they will be adding 585 new megawatts of wind. By 2022, new 40 megawatts of solar. And currently on the geothermal side, they're working with a company by Deep Energy to develop Saskatchewan's first geothermal project. And they're also looking at nuclear power from small modular reactors, which, as I mentioned earlier, is currently being explored. Critical minerals such as uranium, potash, helium, and lithium are those that are essential for the economy of the country and subject to self-supply. Saskatchewan, we have varying potential for 22 out of the 31 critical minerals on Canada's list, which are essential for renewable energy and clean tech application in the transition to a low carbon economy. The province is the world's largest potash producer and typically the world's second largest uranium producer. We also are home to Canada's largest helium pre-fabrication facility, which came in service this spring. Saskatchewan also has significant potential to produce other critical minerals such as lithium, zinc, nickel, copper, cobalt, and rare earth elements. There are several critical mineral projects in Saskatchewan at various stages of development. As an example, a company by the name of Prairie Lithium is developing a method for extracting lithium from Saskatchewan's subsurface brine. Saskatchewan's mining sector has decades worth of experience and proven track of record success. Innovation in critical minerals technology will create quite a significant impact on growth in this opportunity in this sector. The government contributed $31 million and partnered with Saskatchewan Research Council to construct first of its kind rare earth elements processing facility, which is expected to be operating in 2023. This slide provides an overview of some of the government incentives that are available to help in these initiatives that will help with the transition to low carbon economy. As you can see, they vary in how much they offer, the percentage they offer, and they cover anything from the energy sector to the mineral sector. Also, they would kind of apply to things like renewable fuels. We also, this spring, the federal government in its 2021 budget introduced new incentives for CCS, hydrogen, and renewable fuels. Thank you for your time. I have here my contact information in case you would like to feel free to reach out to me for further discussion, any more questions. Thank you and have a great day.